Hello everyone, how is everyone doing? It's Monday, it's almost over. It's 10:44 p.m. over here, Eastern Time. I know it's late, but I had to do my video. Consistency, and I haven't done a video for 3 days. Okay, so the whole of last week I was talking about email marketing. And I was amazed at the number of questions people were asking me after having gone through a whole week of just talking about email marketing. And one of the questions I got was, how do I start an email list? And in my mind, I thought, well, I did a pretty good job last week of telling you how to start an emailing list. And you're asking me, how do you start an emailing list? Okay, well, anyway, so basically what I'm going to be doing this week, I am going to be doing the practical side of showing you how to start an emailing list. You and I are kingdom entrepreneurs, but I have a feeling that some of you out there, because we're all human beings, have some kind of fear. The fear of I don't want to be bothered with doing an email list because I'd have to learn a new technology, I have to learn how to do something, and I just don't want to be bothered. I don't think I'm techy enough, and all sorts of things. So I just want to encourage you, don't be afraid. Okay, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of exploring. Don't be afraid of exploring. Just go for it. Don't be afraid of exploring. Just put your mind to it. Just put your mind to it and say, you know what? I want to start this emailing list that people are always talking about, that, hey, the money is in the list. Just about every company out there. I'm sure if you're like me, you get tons and tons of emails every day, literally tons. When I'm talking about tons, it's tons. Every day, on average, I'm signing into like 10 things, like a free download, a PDF, and so forth. So what I'm going to just be sharing with you tonight is just going to be very short, okay? But I just want you to get an idea of how you can begin to start your mailing list, because you need one. If you're a small business and you're not capturing emails of your clients, you're leaving money on the table. Okay, so let's just dive in. So if you're a small business owner, or you're a service provider, or you're a coach, whatever you're doing and you're coming into contact with people, you need to be capturing their emails. Even if you're in ministry, I'm always amazed, when I go to churches. People come, they arrive at the door, and we just simply shake their hands and say, well, nice to meet you, welcome to our church. Nobody dares to ask them for their email address. I went to one church in South Carolina last year where you were greeted, by the greeters at the door, and it was very pleasant. And in a very friendly way, they asked you, if you wanted to provide your email address. And of course, you have the decision to say, no, I don't want to subscribe to a newsletter. But most people are more than willing to subscribe to a church email list. So I simply gave my email, and up to this day, that church still emails me, and I just like to know what they're up to, because some of their emails are very encouraging. Okay, so even if you're in ministry, you need to be capturing people's email addresses, not just so that at the end of the month you can ask them for donations, okay, but just simply to keep in touch with them. I should correct myself. There's a church that I did attend in my local area, and I was amazed by this pastor. At that church, when I got to that church, it was my first time. And of course, the pastor, when he saw me come in, he greeted me, and he asked me my name, and of course, the greeters had asked me for my email address. Guess what? By the time I got home that late afternoon, in the evening, I opened my email box, and an email had been sent to me by that pastor. It was a personal email. It was a personal email. How do I know it was a personal email? Because he mentioned something that I had told him in the email personally. And you know what? In the email, he says, Linda, it was really nice meeting you, and I hope you will continue to come to our church. And then he mentioned some of the things that I had stated to him. I was just floored. Do you think I wanted to go back to that church the following week? You bet I did. Why? Because of that email. He made me feel welcome. He made me feel that he cared about me as a person. And of course, thereafter, they just continued to send me emails of what their church was doing and so forth. Okay, and of course, once I left that church, I unsubscribed and so, because I just didn't want more emails coming through. But I was flawed. I was like, wow, this is really the first church where I had gone to that had an email automation. We call that automation. When certain emails go out after 3 days and so forth, it's all in the system. And, it's not like somebody's sitting out there just writing emails all day. No, we call it email automation, and that's what you and I need as small business owners. So let's look at some things that I just want to share with you today. I just got 2 slides that I'm going to share. So the first thing is you need to have a freebie. You need to have something to give away. Okay, you need to have something to give away. Now, this is an example of my landing page that I created on a software that I use. And so this landing page just says, learn how to build a responsive email list. Now, if I actually want to go a little bit further, I can run Facebook ads to this landing page, okay? And people will simply come into this page. Unfortunately, I kind of captured this incorrectly because I wanted you to actually see the address. You know what I'm going to do is, let me do this. Okay. I was actually just going to show, it won't allow me to show you. Let me see if I can go back. Okay, I locked this scene. Actually, what I wanted to show you is, I'm sure you've seen, landing pages that look like this. Okay, and then at the bottom, it will just show that, enter your email address, and then you receive your download. Okay, so in this, on this landing page, I basically provide, if there's a form down here, you fill out your details, your email address and your name, and this is a PDF that they're going to download on the thank you page, and it's just 21 email marketing hacks, and it's actually, this is a free PDF, of just kind of not a checklist as such, but just items that you want to look at, consider. 21 hacks that you want to consider in order for you to grow your email list. Okay, I also have the PDF book, but that is for purchase. You actually have to buy the book. Yes, I'm selling the book. Okay, I'm selling the book. Okay, but first I gather cold emails, and then afterwards I start emailing. I email these people that have opted into this opt-in form. So I start emailing them, telling them about the book, okay? And I start warming up my leads. So that's one thing you have to do. Create freebies. Create freebies. And I'm going to give you an idea of what those freebies can be, okay? So create freebies. This is just, again, I just want to reiterate, it's not just about, internet marketing, even offline, okay, offline. This is something that you can do. Okay, this is something that you can do. All right, so the challenge that I feel some of us are having out there is, how do I create freebies? How do I create freemiums without spending a lot of money, without spending a lot of time? Well, this is where you might need a business coach, okay? You might need someone who knows where you can go and get these lead magnets, we call them. Lead magnets for your own niche. And I can tell you, when I started out, I was belonging to a platform that you had to pay, I think, like either between $50 and $150 to receive lead magnets, and it was quite expensive. In the end, you're like, man, do I have to keep paying this money just to get lead magnets? There must be a better way. And of course, it's 2020. God has given me 2020 vision to know how to save my pennies. So He led me to a big, big well where I could find lead magnets on a dime, very good lead magnets that I can just change out, repurpose, and so forth for any niche that I want. Okay, whether it's health, marketing, so forth, spiritual things, like religious things. I know where that that bucket is. And I know you're saying, Linda, well, just tell me. No, I'm not going to tell you. If you want me to tell you all that information, hey, content is king. Just make a booking, make an appointment. You see my calendar in there, and let's have a chat. Okay? So, you need a freebie, you need a freemium, or it can even be something that you are selling. It doesn't matter. Okay? But they're going to opt into that page and you capture their emails. And you have to have what we call an autoresponder, which I mentioned. It could be any company, for example, Aweber, GetResponse, Mailville, Syndio, so many of them out there, so many, but there are some that are top notch. GetResponse and Aweber are the two best that I would go with if I had to choose an autoresponder. Right now, I don't have any need of them because I use a platform where everything is on that platform. So this is how I created this landing page on the platform I use. Of course, I have to pay for it. Okay, it's not free. Let's just look into what are some of the ideas. What are some of the ideas that we can actually come up with for lead magnets? Okay, what are some of the ideas that we can come up for lead magnets? So let me see if I can just go back to my notes here. Let's just brainstorm. What are some of the items that you and I can have as lead magnets? Okay, number one, you can have a free PDF download, like an ebook with 6 pages or 10 pages. Okay, it can be an article, a short article. Okay, it can be a short article, whatever niche you are in, whether you're in CBD or CDD or CBD. I have to ask my friend Valda. She does that. Okay, Valda, correct me if I'm wrong. Is it CBD or CDB? Can't remember. Whether you are in internet marketing, Bitcoin, the health industry, education, you name it. You name it. There is a free lead magnet that you can give away, okay, in the form of a PDF, a video, or how-to video. Okay, you can give away a guide. Oh, guides are very popular. A guide on how to plant strawberries in summer or something like that, or spring. Okay, how to cut hair on a 6-month-old baby. Okay, just something crazy like that. I'm just giving an example out there. So guides are very popular. And then also tips. Tips are very popular. Like 5 tips on how to keep your skin well moisturized, for example. Those things are great giveaways. People enjoy those kind of things. There's one that I saw just the other day that I thought, oh, I'd like to write a blog post about it. It was like how to stay motivated in winter, how to stay motivated to exercise in cold climates. And I was like, man, that's what I need to read, because I live in a climate where in the wintertime temperatures can be below 3, -3, or maybe it's just 27. Like today, it was just blowing cold wind. It just felt cold and unfriendly, and that cold, when it comes into your mouth, it makes my teeth hurt, my poor teeth hurt, and my ears, because I wasn't wearing a hat. So, guides, PDFs, videos, tips, you name it. There's just so much information that you can give to your clients or to your audience, okay? Just brainstorm. We are kingdom entrepreneurs. God has given us creative minds. He has given us, sanctified imaginations. God doesn't want us to have, evil imaginations. He wants our imaginations to be sanctified. When you have a sanctified imagination, you can do wonders. You know, God, the Holy Spirit can just drop ideas into your mind that are holy. So I hope this video was useful to someone out there today. So like I said, next time I'll be showing you how to actually go about it, how to actually log into an autoresponder, sign on to an autoresponder, then what do you look for, and so forth. I hope this video is helpful to someone. I hope I wasn't too wordy, but at least you got something out of it. Okay, my dear friends, I hope you're having a fantastic evening out there, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.